So chat, you know how I used to play Rec Room a lot, and I used to do like big streams, and so I announced that since they're shutting down the servers, I was going to do a lot of streams on it again in order to pay support for it because it's been such a big part of my life for the longest amount of ever. Helped me through the pandemic, helped me through so many great experiences, met so many people on it, and yeah, I was going to show so much support for it before it got, shut down. Then I hooked up my PlayStation VR to the first one because that's what I played it on all the time. It didn't work, and I looked it up. Apparently, Rec Room, as of December 1st, 2025, decided, fuck you to the fans, decided, why don't we just make it so PlayStation VR 1 people and Oculus Quest Link, which I don't own personally, so I can't, it doesn't match me. It doesn't matter anyway. But those two people, fuck them. They can't play Rec Room on VR anymore. They're going to do it on the screen. And I absolutely fucking hate the screen. That's why I prefer the VR. And so, I found out another reason why they were shut down is because they weren't getting as much money in players as before. And so after learning that fact that you can't play it on the PlayStation VR 1 anymore, and they didn't even bother with the PlayStation VR 2 when it got released. They were like, no, we're not going to do the PlayStation VR 2 because different software, which I do get. I don't get the PlayStation VR 1 though. It worked fine before. I used to play it all the time. And now I just realized they did this to themselves. The reason why they're shutting down is because of their own fucking decisions. They decide, hey, you know who usually plays Rec Room? People on the PlayStation VR 1. You know why? Because we gave it to them for free. Yeah, they usually buy our cosmetics so they can upgrade their characters, but we gave it to them for free. Usually that's the first game they play. That's the first game I played. A lot of people who I met on the PlayStation VR, Rec Room was the first game they got. Because it's a poor man's VR chat. It's a poor man's VR chat, and it's amazing. And it's basically the best thing anyone could ever play during the pandemic because it's free, unlike VR chat, and it was more compatible than VR chat was because the PlayStation VR 1 was more affordable than any fucking Oculus. They caused their own shutdown by kicking out so many players who only played on the PlayStation VR 1 or the Oculus Link. They did this to themselves. They're the reason why they're shutting down, and I don't feel bad for them anymore because of what they fucking did to their game. You can't be surprised that you're getting less money and less players if you made it impossible for some players to play your game. It's simple. It's simple. Shutting out some players will mean less players and less money. It makes no fucking sense on why they would even do it in the first place. Makes no sense. And you could play before on the PlayStation VR 1. Why not just keep it like that? Why not just keep it like that? It makes no sense. Anyways, yeah. It's all Rec Room's fault. It's all Rec Room's fault, the reason why they're shutting down. And no more streams of Rec Room because, I can't fucking play on VR anymore. So, yeah. What the fuck, Rec Room? You did this to yourself. And now you're being like, oh, sorry, we're shutting down servers. We don't know why this all of a sudden happened. I wonder why this shit's happening, Rec Room. I fucking wonder why. Sorry for the little, rant. The thing is, I've been playing this game since 2020. I don't even know how many hours I have on this thing. Hold on, let me check real quick. I'm going to check real quick to see how many hours I have on Rec Room. So I found out that PlayStation 4 cannot say how many hours you've played on a game, only a PlayStation 5. Luckily, they can say how many hours you played on a PlayStation 4 game, though, so I'm going to see how many hours I played on the PlayStation 5. Well, through the PlayStation 5, but on the PlayStation 4. Doki Doki Literature Club background. Anyway, so you see Rec Room here. I last played it 17 minutes ago, because that's when I tried. I have 284 hours on this game. That many hours on this game because of the PlayStation VR 1. Who knows how many other people have maybe more hours than me on this game because of the PlayStation VR 2. No, 1. Sorry. That's so long! 284 hours spent on that game for the PlayStation VR 1. I have been playing this game since 2020, and I've been on it for so long. And this game holds a special place in my heart because, during the pandemic, I played it all the time because I got to socialize with people. And even after that, I got to play the Murder Drones game, which apparently also got deleted. Like, not even because of Rec Room getting deleted. Got deleted, like, a while ago. But so many fucking memories on that thing. What the fuck? What the fuck? I spent so much time on that game. Did so many things on that game. And now I can't play it ever again because it's getting deleted, and also because they won't make anything compatible with it anymore. They didn't even do that when it wasn't getting deleted. They didn't even try with the fucking PlayStation VR 2. I get it, different software. Fucking adapt. When there's a new fucking system, that's when you try to adapt your game to still going on. PlayStation VR 1, no idea why that's not compatible anymore. No idea why they made that choice. Fucking answer me, I guess. But it's crazy. It's insane. What the fuck were they thinking? And they're surprised that they're getting less players now. You can't play it if you're on a PlayStation VR 1. And you know how many people I met using the PlayStation VR... PlayStation VR 1 to play Rec Room? Many. So many people I met on PlayStation are from the VR. I used to be cracked at the VR. I used to be cracked. If you see the old streams I did, I used to be cracked at that game. Chat, what the flip?